high fans of high-quality entertainment and Lou Reed, I decided, instead of doing separate videos, because I do these all in a row, I'm just gonna do these all in one video and get this series done with. It's been, plus it's a little easier with the editing, and I'm busy. I have a job and stuff, and cats to feed, and laundry to do, and housework. But I am going to take my time and talk about each of these final albums by Lou Reed, and I am leaving out the live albums, as I said at the beginning of the series, and also the meditation CD, which I've never heard, and at some point in time I might buy it, but it's not a priority at the moment. And I've also changed the rankings. I looked this over and I listened to some albums again, and so I've changed the rankings a little bit. And it might make some of you a little happier, or maybe make some of you a little madder. But just remember, please, please, this is just my opinion on what I consider one of the greatest rock and roll artists of all time, Lou Reed. And definitely, possibly, the greatest songwriter. Right up there, at least, with Bob Dylan and Larry Graves. Whoever that, I don't know who Larry Graves is. What kind of a name is that? So what I will do is go through each album, and then at the very end, you'll see the ranking for all of them, like the whole discography. So Magic and Loss came out in 1992, and this was, at the time, the final Lou Reed album that I ever bought. Not that I, turned against his music or all that. It's just, life happens, and you have children and everything, and you just kind of lose a bit of interest, I guess. But I really enjoyed this at the time, and I enjoy it even more now. This album actually, especially, through the years since it was released, when I listen to it, it affects me because my first wife, Nancy, she passed away from cancer at the age of 40. We were married for 20 years. And this, of course, is about life and death, mainly death. And so it's a very moving album for me to listen to. So I'll rate the album cover and the production and everything else here, and my favorite songs. The album cover itself is an A. It's very classy and it really suits the music within. The production is excellent, A+. My favorite songs, there's many, but my three favorites, my absolute favorite, and the music in this song, it's one of my favorite pieces of music ever. Sword of Damocles. I can't even say it. I apologize. I even looked how to pronounce, and that's easy. And then, of course, now that I'm doing the video, I'm going to struggle and people are going to laugh at me. That's okay. Sword of Damocles, externally. And then Gassed and Stoked and Magic and Loss, Summation. My least favorite song, I don't have a least favorite song. The lyrics are an A+, and overall, this is an A+. I really don't play it as often as some of the other Lou Reed albums, even though I love it, because, like I said, it's kind of gets to me, right? So, and that's why Lou Reed is so great with his words and the way he sings, the emotions, brings it out. Next up, Set the Twilight Reeling from 1996. And like I said, I had stopped buying Lou Reed albums by this time, so I'd never heard of until I got the RCA Arista box set. And this is going to cheese some Lou Reed fans off, but it is not a favorite album of mine. It's one of my least favorite. beats. It might be even very, very, very close to the bottom. You'll find out at the end of this video. I just have tried. I've tried. And I don't know what it is. I know it's a more upbeat album and he's loosened up a bit, but I just don't. It's the one album where, like Cream, the opening track, it's a fun track. I don't mind that at all. And New York City Man is good. It's fine. And Fernando Saunders, he's on this. He's absolutely one of my favorite bass guitarists. And he sent me a friend request on Facebook. So I don't know if he's been following this series, because I said some kind words about him before, but and it's actually, yes, it's really him. So thank you, Fernando, if you're watching this. And I apologize that this album I just can't get into yet. But I'm gonna, keep listening to it. I've tried. I've played it 5 or 6 times in the last month, and yeah, I apologize. Keep apologizing. I give the album cover a B. It's okay. The production is a B+. My favorite songs, I do like some of the songs. Cream, Hang On To Your Emotions, I really like. And Hooky Wookie. My least favorite song is Adventurer. The lyrics, even the lyrics, just, I give them a C. And my overall ranking for Set the Twilight Reeling is a C+. I feel guilty giving it such a low rating. But I have to be honest, right? And I'm sure there's Lou Reed fans out there that don't like New York or Berlin. I hope there is. Then I'll feel better. Next up, Ecstasy from the year 2000. The album cover. And I do know the story behind the album cover and the back cover. But even without knowing the story, it's not that interesting. I would give it a C. The production is A+. And my favorite songs are Mystic Child, Modern Dance, and Turning Time Around. And the lyrics, unlike Set the Twilight Reeling, the lyrics are back to an A+. This album I have played probably 10 times in the last couple of weeks. I love this album. And it just, I don't know why, I know that some people loved Set the Twilight Reeling and Ecstasy. For some reason, Set the Twilight Reeling just turns me off. It might be his vocal delivery, or I don't know what it is. Or maybe Fernando Saunders isn't on that album playing bass. No disrespect to the bass player on that album. But he's back on this album. But even the 18-minute long song, Like a Possum, I love it. This is going to be ranked very high in my rankings, so stay tuned. Never mind. I love this album. I was just going to say, I'm going to keep playing this every day. The Raven. This came out in 2003. I struggled with this one, and I'm still taking it in, but I don't want the series to go on for another year. And maybe a year from now, this will be way up high in my rankings. But I've tried to appreciate it. And on the last listen, I liked it more than ever. And I certainly don't dislike it. The album cover, it's all right. It's a B-. The production is A. It's excellent. My favorite songs are Edgar Allan, A Thousand Departed Friends, and Who Am I? My least favorite song, but I still like it, is Balloon. The lyrics overall are a B, and my overall ranking is a B minus. And like I said, I'm still taking it all in. He does re-recordings of The Bed, which is pretty good. It doesn't compare to the version on Berlin, and quite a bit of spoken word on this. And like I said, in time, I know this will get better and better, but at the moment, it's not one of my favorites. And finally, the one everybody has been waiting for. Take two. And finally, the one everyone has been waiting for. I actually did a video a few months ago. I have this series, Does This Album Suck? And I did Lulu. And at the end I said, it does not suck. I enjoyed it on the first listen. And just like The Raven, but not quite as much. I'm still getting to know it. And I enjoy it more with every listen. And this is really, I know this was really bashed by fans, Metallica fans, Lou Reed fans, critics, of course. And I think in time, just like Berlin has grown in stature and Paul McCartney's Ram has grown in stature, this will too, because I think it's great overall. The album cover, kind of creepy, but I give it a B. The production is an A. Favorite songs, at the moment, Junior Dad. What a great closing track for his final album with vocals. Iced Honey and Dragon. And I don't have a least favorite song. The lyrics overall are a B+, and my overall ranking is a B+. And just a couple of things that Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield. There's something about the final song, Junior Dad, with two members of Metallica, Kirk and James Hetfield. Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield. Kirk. That song, I don't really want to pinpoint exactly what the song is about, because it's one of those songs that could mean a million different things to a million different people. But what it really meant to me, it had everything to do with the fact that my relationship with my father was just kind of, very emotional. And that's really what hit it. It pretty much touched up on my own relationship with my own father. It's a hard one for me to talk about, even now. And the lyrics that apparently got to the two metal men were Say Hello to Junior Dad, The Greatest Disappointment, Age Withered and Changed Him, Hammett added. Lou Reed managed to take out both guitar players in Metallica in one fell swoop with his amazing poetic lyrics. James Hetfield's father abandoned his family when James was just 13, an experience that the singer-guitarist has spoken about at length in a new documentary called Absent. So, yeah, his lyrics through the years have really touched me and a lot of other fans. And now on to the final rankings. Number 1, Coney Island Baby with an A+. Number 2, Berlin with an A+. Number 3, New York with an A+. Number 4, Ecstasy with an A+. Number 5, Street Hassle with an A+. Number 6, The Bells with an A+. Number 7, Magic and Loss with an A+. Sally Can't Dance with an A. Number 9, Transformer with an A. Number 10, New Sensations with an A minus. Number 11, Legendary Hearts with a B plus. The Blue Mask at number 12 with a with a B plus. Number 13, Lulu with a Metallica with a B plus. Number 14, Miss Trial with a B plus. Number 15, Growing Up in Public with a B. Number 16, Rock and Roll Heart with a B. His debut album, Lou Reed at number 17 with a B. Songs for Drella with John Cale, a B, and that's at number 18. Number 19, The Raven with a B minus. Number 20, Set the Twilight Reeling with a C. Yeah, the lowest rated of the musically. I know some people don't consider Metal Machine Music a musical album, but Set the Twilight Reeling is a C at number 20. And number 21, Metal Machine Music with a D plus. And yes, I listened to it all the way through once I did it on a live chat. And it takes a lot out of you. It's really a hard one to rate, but it was interesting for sure. And I know there are fans of Metal Machine Music that think it should be way up in the rankings, but can't please everybody. And that's it. That's the end of my Lou Reed series. And doing these long series, I've done them on David Bowie, Blue Oyster Cult, Sparks, Lou Reed, Paul McCartney, and listening to the albums, throughout the career in order, it makes me appreciate each and every one of the artists more. And doing this series on Lou Reed, I always loved his music, but I realized while doing it that he is right at the friggin' top. Right at the top with 2 or 3 others, Paul McCartney and Lou Reed and Frank Zappa, like way, way up. And so I hope some of you got something. This is just entertainment, and you're not going to agree with my rankings all the time, and it's just one person's opinion. And I'm not wrong, and I'm not right. It's just my opinion. So thank you for those that went through the whole series with me. I really do appreciate it, and have a great day. Bye.